Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something simple yet powerful enough to change your entire life. Never giving up. Every one of us has dreams. Maybe you want to start a business, become an artist, get into your dream school, or simply become a better version of yourself. But let's be honest, the path to success is never straight. It's filled with obstacles, rejection, and failure. And in those moments, it's easy to think, maybe I'm not good enough. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every failure carries a lesson that shapes you, strengthens you, and prepares you for what's coming next. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When someone asked how it felt to fail so many times, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times." The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. That's the mindset of persistence, seeing every setback as progress, not defeat. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter finally got accepted. What if she had stopped at the 11th rejection? The world might never have known the magic that changed millions of lives. The truth is, success doesn't belong to the most talented, it belongs to the most persistent. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. It's about trying again when everything in you says to quit. So, when life knocks you down, and it will get back up, when your plans fail, and they might adjust them, but don't abandon them, because the moment you decide not to give up, you've already moved one step closer to your dream. Remember this. Persistence turns failure into fuel and dreams into reality. Keep going. Your success story might just be one more try away. The mindset of a fighter. We talked about how failure isn't the end, it's a lesson. But now, let's go deeper. Because persistence isn't just about trying again, it's about who you become every time you rise after falling. Let me tell you something powerful. Every challenge you face is shaping you into someone stronger. Every no you hear, every door that closes, is secretly redirecting you to something better. You just have to keep walking. See, life doesn't reward those who start strong. It rewards those who finish. And finishing takes grit, the quiet, inner fire that says, "I don't care how long this takes, I'm not giving up." Think about a mountain climber. The air gets thinner the higher they go. Every step hurts, every muscle burns, but they keep climbing. Why? Because the view from the top is worth every ounce of pain. That's how life works. You don't climb a mountain in one leap, you take it step by step, fall after fall, breath after breath. And the moment you decide to keep moving, even when it's slow, even when no one believes in you, that's when the real transformation happens. The truth is, success doesn't come overnight. It comes from the nights you spend working when everyone else is sleeping. It comes from the times you keep believing when no results are showing. That's what persistence looks like. So, the next time you feel like giving up, remember this. The road might be hard, but hard doesn't mean impossible. Every champion you admire, every leader, every innovator, every hero, they were once where you are now. Uncertain, tired, and tempted to quit, But they didn't. And neither should you. Because your story isn't over. Not yet. The best chapters are still being written, and they begin the moment you decide to keep going. The victory within. We've talked about failure, about persistence, about climbing the mountain even when your legs are shaking. But now, let's talk about victory. Because here's the secret. Victory isn't just reaching the finish line. It's the moment you choose to stand up one more time. It's the moment you silence that little voice that says, "You can't." It's when you decide that giving up is not an option. See, the real power of never giving up isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about discovering who you truly are. You learn that you're not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you rise. You realize that strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, brick by brick, through every challenge you face. And when you finally reach that dream, when you finally look back and see how far you've come, you'll understand that every struggle, every sleepless night, every tear was worth it. Because it all made you. So, if you're tired, if you're doubting yourself, keep going. If you feel like no one believes in you, believe in yourself anyway. Remember, diamonds are made under pressure. Stars shine only in the darkness. And the strongest people you'll ever meet are the ones who refuse to give up when life hit them the hardest. So today, promise yourself this. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fail, you will not quit. Because your time is coming. Your breakthrough is coming. And when it does, you'll look back and say, "I made it because I never gave up." Your story isn't over. As we come to the end of this message, I want you to think about your story. Yes, your story. Because right now, whether you realize it or not, you're living through the chapters that will one day inspire someone else. One day, someone will look at you, your scars, your victories, your unshakable spirit, and they'll say, "Because they didn't give up, I won't either." That's the true power of persistence. It doesn't just change your life, it creates a ripple that touches the lives of others. Maybe you haven't seen the results you want yet. Maybe life keeps knocking you down again and again. But remember, even when you can't see the destination, every step you take still moves you forward. Even when no one is cheering, every small effort still matters. Because progress is progress, no matter how slow. The truth is, there will be days when you question everything, your dream, your strength, your worth. But in those moments, whisper to yourself, "I've come too far to give up now." Close your eyes for a moment and picture it, the version of you who never quit. The version of you who kept going through the storm, who turned pain into purpose and struggle into strength. That person already exists. It's you, just on the other side of persistence. So stand tall, breathe deep, and keep moving. Because your story isn't finished, not until you win. And you will win. If you just refuse to stop trying. The unstoppable spirit. There comes a moment in every journey when everything feels impossible. When the dream seems too far, the climb too steep, and the fight too hard. That's the moment most people stop. But you're not most people. Because deep inside you, there's a voice that refuses to be silenced. A voice that says, "Keep going," even when it hurts, even when no one understands, even when it feels like the world is against you. That voice is the sound of your spirit, unbreakable, unstoppable, unyielding. And if you listen to it long enough, it will carry you farther than fear ever could. You see, life will test you again and again. It will push you to your limits and sometimes past them. But it's in those moments of exhaustion, those moments when you think you can't take another step, that you discover something extraordinary. You can. Every scar you carry tells a story of strength, not defeat. Every tear you've shed watered the roots of your future victory. And every failure was never the end, it was the foundation of your comeback. So don't stop now. You've already fought too many battles to walk away before the breakthrough. You've already proven you're stronger than what tried to break you. Stand up one more time. Believe one more time. Try one more time. Because the moment you decide again not to give up, that's the moment everything begins to change. One day, you'll look back and realize every struggle was leading you here, to this version of you, wiser, braver, unstoppable. So keep fighting, keep believing, keep becoming, and never forget. The power of never giving up isn't something you find, it's something you unleash. It's been inside you all along, the legacy of your strength. We've talked about failure, persistence, and resilience, about falling and rising again. But now, let's talk about something even greater. What happens after you refuse to give up? Because the moment you decide to keep going, you start building something much bigger than success. You build a legacy. Your story becomes proof that courage is stronger than fear, that determination is louder than doubt, and that faith can outlast failure. And one day, someone who feels lost, broken, or ready to quit will look at you, yes, you, and find hope. They'll see what's possible when a human being chooses to stand tall no matter how many times they've fallen. That's the real power of never giving up. It doesn't just change your life, it changes everyone who witnesses your fight. You may not have reached your dream yet. You may still be struggling, still climbing, still waiting for your breakthrough. But don't you dare give up now. Every breath you take in the middle of the storm is proof that you're winning the battle against giving up. So keep your head high, keep your heart strong, and keep moving forward one step, one day, one choice at a time. Because someday, when you look back, you'll realize something incredible. You weren't just chasing a dream. You were becoming the kind of person who makes dreams real. And that transformation, that growth, that unshakable belief is the greatest victory of all. So, as we close this message, remember this. No matter what you face, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, rise again, try again, believe again, because the story of your life isn't written by how many times you fall. It's written by how many times you choose to rise. And as long as you keep rising, you will never be defeated. The beginning of your next chapter. Now that we've walked through the storm together, through failure, persistence, and triumph, I want to leave you with one final thought. This is not the end. It's the beginning. Because the true purpose of never giving up isn't just to reach one goal. It's to build a way of life. A mindset that says, No matter what comes my way, I will keep moving forward. From this moment on, every challenge you face is not a wall, it's a doorway. Every obstacle is not a stop sign, it's a test of how much you're willing to grow. You see, people often wait for motivation to appear before they start. But the truth is, motivation doesn't show up first, you do. When you take that first step, even when you're scared, that's when the fire begins to burn. That's when the power inside you starts to awaken. And that's what I want you to remember. You already have everything you need. The strength, the courage. It's all inside you, waiting for you to believe in it. So go chase that dream again. Write that book, start that business, learn that skill, heal that pain. Whatever your dream is, give it another try, and this time, don't stop until it's real. Because you are living proof of what persistence can do. You are the example someone out there is praying to find. And your story, yes, your story has the power to change lives. So stand tall, breathe deep, and take that next step. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet. And as long as you never give up, it will. Thank you not just for listening, but for believing. Because from today forward, this is more than a speech. It's a promise that you will rise, no matter how many times you fall. The calm after the climb. You've climbed the mountain. You've fought the battles. You've fallen, risen, and learned what it truly means to never give up. Now pause. Take a moment. Breathe. Look at how far you've come. Maybe the world hasn't seen your full success yet, but you have seen your growth. You've become stronger, wiser, and more fearless than the person who started this journey. That's victory already. See, persistence isn't only about fighting endlessly, it's also about recognizing how far your strength has carried you. It's about realizing that you no longer run from the storm. You walk through it with confidence. You've learned that even in silence, even in pain, even in doubt, you are still moving forward. And that's what makes you unstoppable. So as this message comes to an end, understand this. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment to feel proud of yourself. That moment is now. Because you are living proof that persistence works, that faith, hard work, and courage can move mountains. The journey doesn't end here. It evolves. New challenges will come. New dreams will call. But this time, you'll face them differently, with confidence, with patience, with unshakable strength. Because now you know something most people never learn. You can't lose if you never stop trying. So step forward into your next chapter, not afraid of what might come, but excited for what you'll become. Keep your head high, your heart open, and your fire burning. And whenever the world tells you, you can't, smile and whisper back, "Watch me," the final promise. And now, the world grows quiet. The noise fades, the doubts disappear, and all that's left is you. You, standing at the edge of everything you fought for. You, holding the lessons of every failure, every tear, every moment you almost gave up but didn't. This is your moment. Not the moment you win, but the moment you know you will. Because you've seen what persistence can do. You've felt what courage feels like when it lives inside your chest. You've tasted the strength that comes from rising one more time. So remember this: wherever life takes you next, there will be storms again. There will be nights that test your soul, but there will also be mornings golden, quiet, full of light, where you'll smile and realize you made it. Not because it was easy, but because you refused to give up. So walk forward with your head high, your heart steady, and your spirit on fire. Carry your story with pride and let the world see what it means to be unbreakable. Because the power of never giving up isn't just a message, it's a way of life. And it belongs to you. Take action now. Enough inspiration. Enough reflection. Now is the time to act. You've heard the stories of those who refuse to quit. You've felt the power of persistence. You've imagined the version of yourself who rises, who fights, who keeps going no matter what. But imagining isn't enough. Dreaming isn't enough. The world doesn't change because we hope it changes, because we do. So ask yourself, what is one step you can take today? One action that moves you closer to your dream, no matter how small? Take it, do it, and then take another. Remember, momentum is built one step at a time. Success doesn't arrive in a single leap. It arrives in the daily choices you make when no one is watching. It arrives when you keep going, when you show up, when you refuse to surrender to doubt, fear, or failure. So rise, move, act. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for permission. Your breakthrough is waiting, and it starts with what you do next. Stand now. Take that first step, and promise yourself, I will not quit. I will keep going. I will rise again. And when you do, the world will have no choice but to take notice, because action, powered by persistence, is unstoppable. And so are you. Your legacy begins now. This is it. Everything you've learned, everything you've felt, every story, every struggle, every victory, it all comes down to this moment. Right now, you have a choice: to step forward, to rise, to fight, or to stay where you are. But I know you. I know the fire inside you, and I know you will choose to rise. Because giving up is easy, but you are not here to be easy. You are here to be unstoppable. You are here to push past fear, to shatter limits, to create a life that inspires. So rise one last time, right now. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Feel the strength that has always been inside you, and promise yourself this: no matter what comes, no matter how many times life knocks you down, no matter how impossible the journey seems, I will not quit. I will keep going. This is your story. This is your fight. And this is your legacy. The world is waiting. Step into it. Inspire others. Leave a mark. You've learned the power of persistence. You've seen how rising after every fall transforms not just your life, but your spirit. But here's something even more powerful. Your journey doesn't end with you. Every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every victory you earn, it sends ripples outward. Someone is watching. Someone is listening. Someone is waiting for the courage you have to show them the way. When you refuse to give up, you become a lighthouse in someone else's storm. When you keep fighting, you become proof that dreams are worth chasing. When you rise after falling, you teach others that strength is not about never failing, it's about never staying down. So don't just fight for your own success. Fight for the inspiration you can leave behind. Rise so high that others can see and know that they, too, can rise. Your persistence is your message. Your strength is your legacy. And the world is waiting for what only you can give. So go. Keep moving. Keep believing. Keep inspiring. Because the power of never giving up is not just in what you achieve, it's in the lives you touch along the way.